This is our Valley Vistas project. This is set outside of Phoenix and a really beautiful blend of our client's styles. He's from Arizona and she's from the East Coast. So we have this earthy, organic palette, but then you will see heritage details throughout every single space. Follow me and I'll take you inside. I'm in this entry. It's soaring height ceilings with a wood stain. I love vintage. I love the way it makes a home feel, especially a new build. And we decided not to do the standard console and mirror combination and go big with the statement tapestry. We even hung it with great care. We've grounded it with an antique bench. Then it has a really nice balance with that rough textural inspired by the desert pieces next to it. From the very beginning when we were designing this home, I wanted parquet floors. The construction looks beautiful and you don't even need a rug because this is the rug for your entryway. When you walk through the leaded glass windows, I just love that you get some enclosure and then you have this really great reveal once you walk into the great room space. The exterior of the home has a painted brick, so we carried that onto the fireplace here and then did a limestone fireplace. But I will say that my favorite part about the fireplace is actually what's happening inside of the firebox. We did a blue stone herringbone on all sides with the little fireballs inside, which is a nice contemporary touch. Oftentimes when we're designing homes, we will change up the finishes or the paint between the kitchen and the great room. However, in this home, we wanted to do actually the opposite. So you just felt like you were getting a big hug of warmth, especially with how vast the ceilings are and open the space is. So we did built-ins on both sides of the fireplace and wanted them to feel more like furniture. We were really inspired by the Arizona landscape and doing kind of dusty, organic tones. And then we've carried that palette through the furniture. I have this great mohair. We have a cocoa brown sofa. Instead of doing mixy-matchy pillows everywhere, we actually decided to keep it really elegant and pared back on this main sofa. And then we've kept the print and pattern around the outside edges. I love a French mattress cushion. I love to do them on window seats, but we thought, wouldn't it be cool if we made that into a skirted ottoman? So we did this in outdoor fabric. Then we did a massive tray on the top so they can still place drinks and have decorative objects in the middle of the room. We have one long space, and when you have a long space to decorate, dividing into zones is really important, and they could serve different functions, or maybe it's just about creating different seating arrangements. I didn't want to pull this all back because I still want things to feel cozy and intimate. So I did a second grouping. You'll see that we did rounded shapes, and that's because this is a main thoroughfare, and having some curved corners really goes a long way to creating a comfortable flow. We've got a good swivel so people can turn around, and then I wanted to create some levels. We did a lower coffee table here. Situated between the kitchen and the living room is the dining room. It is a space that needed to be both formal and everyday, and I think we have bridged that really well here. I love that you're getting some softness around the edges, which helps kind of the square shape of the room feel a little bit easier to navigate. It also ties in with the arched door system here. These doors were a bear to bring to life because they are massive, but I am so glad we pushed for it because you get this really amazing shape, and when they are entertaining, you just get nice flow from outside in. And then we finished off the space with an alabaster chandelier and this column in the corner. This kitchen. When someone asks me what my favorite thing is in this home, the island is definitely one of them. I love opportunities to showcase collections and just beautiful things. There wasn't a need for a secondary sink on the island. This presented a huge opportunity design-wise. So we got to do this custom island with an open bottom so that it felt more like furniture in the middle of the room. I want to show you all the curves and special details that we incorporated. So there's a little curve here that mimics the curvature on the shelf underneath the island, and then that also plays into the curvature of the legs. Another thing I'll point out is the drop pull that we use throughout like this. This is a more traditional look, and it's something that you'll see on furniture, and we wanted this cabinetry to feel like furniture. It's a flush inset style. The cabinetry is so well made. Like this right here is a trash pull out, but when you close it, it looks like drawers. On the countertop backsplash here, you get that curvature. We have this amazing double faucet sink situation happening here. And I want to point out, the obvious answer would have been to do like either no shades or just a little Roman because these all open out. But we wanted this to feel more classic and have special little touches that took it to the more traditional side. So we actually hung a drapery rod above here that helped bridge the gap between this transom window and this window system here. And then the drapes actually come and just sit on the counter. The range wall, when you are staring at a blank set of drawings and trying to figure out how to fill that space, your mind goes in a million different directions, and really decided that the way to break up this long stretch of wall space was to enclose the range. So we brought this plaster hood down to the countertop, and we've incorporated this little swoop detail again that you've seen throughout the kitchen. Then we did a chamfer detail so it wasn't just flat. That creates a little shadow, which creates interest. And then we have a zalige tile. You often see it in a square shape or a more standard size, and this little size gives you more of like an interesting texture, and the light bounces off of it in a really pretty way. This is our refrigerator wall, and again, we had another large expanse, and this was the perfect opportunity to showcase our clients' collected dishware. So if you look right here, you get that swooping effect, and this is what takes our cabinetry to the next level. You have these themes form and subtle details like corbels and brackets and levels, so that there was more opportunity for styling. And then we have done Calcutta marble countertops throughout the entire kitchen with an OG edge detail, and this again ties back to those curved themes that you've seen. The last detail that I want to show off in this space is, wait for it, we have a leaded glass door leading to the prep kitchen, the mudroom, and their bonus room. The bonus room is the hangout space. We did tongue and groove on the walls and the ceiling, and the architecture called for these really great trusses. With all of the wood in the living room and kitchen, I wanted this to have a paint color that was immersive from ceiling to floor. And the theme for the rest of the room is different shades of green. Even the built-in with the TV has this really deep, rich olive tone, and that ties into the mats on the gallery wall. And I love that it makes a statement. It feels really playful, but it's also very sophisticated at the same time. And then we had another very long wall to design. Our client's daughter is a skateboarder, and we wanted to tie that in, make it personal. And this was a really great way to do some dimensional artwork on the wall with the stained skate decks. Sid will be jealous of that. We still had a little bit of room left over behind the sectional, and at Studio McGee, we always do this trick because it works so well, and that is to do a console table and then multiple ottomans underneath so that you can sit and actually eat behind the sofa. And then you can also pull the ottomans around if you want to have extra seating by the sofa. If you'll notice throughout the room, we've got some really like romantic elements in a space that has skateboard decks, and I just love when you mix and it totally works. And in this space, we've done that in really every area throughout the space. We've done a lot of great pantries over the years, and this is one of my very favorites. And I wouldn't even call this a pantry. This is a prep kitchen. I love when you walk in that the first view you get is of the prettiest things, which is usually the sink or the specialty cabinetry. And then over to this side, we have all of that Costco storage, we'll call it. We've tied in the main kitchen by doing the oak on the island. The sink area is really beautiful because it steps back. I love when I can bring tile all the way to the ceiling because it just takes every space to a higher end place. I just saw a client before we filmed this and she said they end up hanging out here all the time, and one person will be making cookies and the other one's blending a smoothie. And I love to hear that our clients are using these spaces and they're not just pretty. There's a lot to love in this space. In this home, there are two wings. There's the bonus room and the hangout spaces, and then there's the bedroom side. And the bedroom side, the goal is to create serene, calm spaces. I wanted to carry in the wood tones that you see in the main spaces, and so we did that on the ceiling, especially with the architecture having a vault. But I wanted it to be more dressed up than a flat wall. So we did molding all the way around the room, and we just stopped it at the break before it went to the pitch. We've mixed deep tones with delicate details. So we've got rich browns, burgundies, and a lot of textures happening. But then we have this really delicate pleat theme throughout. Those details complement one another and they add a softness to the space, but it also is a really nice balance to all of those deep tones that we have throughout some of the selections. We'll pass by our Giada floor length mirror from McGee & Co., which is a favorite, and go to the primary bathroom. Let's cut right to the chase in this bathroom and talk about the marble. It's an Arabescato marble and it has a heavy veining, and it really just is the star of the show. We put it all over the place and I love it so much. The little porcelain details, that is a really historic look. You're getting a lot of natural materials, but then also some traditional ones, and it's a really beautiful blend. And then look at the marble on the floors. It's a 12 by 24, so huge tiles, huge veining, and if you are feeling a little hesitant to go bold with your veining, I'm talking to you, some of my other clients. Look how gorgeous it looks. Probably my favorite vignette in the entire home. We did a really playful shape on the tub, which just sets this whole scene, ties in with the fabric pleated shade. And we've carried that wood ceiling from the primary bedroom into the bathroom, so there's some continuity. And then this shower. We've got a custom steel enclosure, wraps all the way around. And then instead of just doing a custom steel door, we did a custom marble surround as well. A ceramic kind of glossy white above, exposed fittings, which is one of my very favorite looks. It feels very vintage. And we have a needle point from our client's grandmother in her bathroom, and it is the sweetest way to finish off this beautiful bathroom. We had 4 kid spaces to design in this home, and we really leaned on their interests and hobbies to incorporate throughout the decor in their spaces, from cowboys to a love of Taylor Swift and dance. The details are really sweet in all of the kids' spaces. We've got scalloped headboards here, patterned mats, a mix of print and pattern, and you'll see that reflected in all 4 spaces. That wraps up the tour of our Valley Vistas project, where classic design meets a desert living aesthetic. And I hope you enjoyed. We have a full photo tour on studiomcgee.com.